Happy Saturday, everyone.
Hello, people.
I hope you're all having a lovely, lovely Saturday morning / afternoon / whatever the heck time it is.
It is day. Have a lovely day.
I'm a bit tired on my side because I went to a super fun concert yesterday. I went to see Sonic Symphony in Nashville.
Sonic.
And it was freaking great. The music was incredible. The performance from all the artists was top tier. And I also ran into Bruce Fitzhugh from Living Sacrifice, which is a band that I really enjoyed. He was just happened to be down in the lobby because apparently his company produced the merch for Sonic Symphony. So he was there for that. Plus, I think they wanted to watch the show. He and his daughter were there, plus some other folks. So got another picture with him, which is funny because I got a picture with him at Furnace Fest like a month or two ago. So it's just funny. I did not expect to run into him again. I saw him there, and I was like, wait a second.
You had a nickel for every time you met that guy. You'd have 2 nickels.
Yes. But like I was like, he looks a lot like Bruce Fitzhugh. So I walked away and looked at a picture that I took with him again. And I was like, I'm pretty sure that's him. So I walked up and was like, Bruce? And he's like, yeah. I was like, hey, I just took a picture with you like a month ago and showed him. He's like, oh. But anyway, it was really funny. So
We're like besties now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 2 pictures makes you best friend mode. I barely got 2 pictures with my wife. Now that my assignment to stop the execution has ended in such an unsatisfactory way, I decided to go see Lynn at the Justice Minister's office. Detective Jowd's story about this other murder weighs on me heavily. Should I tell Lynn about it? I just don't know. Would you mind chatting in Twitch, by the way, to see if we're getting something? This time, Lynn's not dead, but the atmosphere makes me think it might be too soon to count my blessings just yet.
Just jumping straight to the guy.
Hey, can you hear me? He's dead, but he still seems to be unconscious.
Hey, there you are.
What kind of greeting's that? And shoving somebody's poor soul out of the way like that? I gotta say, though, no matter where you go, somebody always seems to turn up dead.
Sorry about that.
Who is it this time? Is this the Justice Minister?
Yeah, the man who signed the order to carry out Detective Jowd's execution.
Also, hello, Kit. Thank you for testing for me.
I was about to do it myself, but he was already dead when I got here.
Oh boy. I wonder what happened this time.
Well, and how did it go? Was Detective Jowd still alive?
He'd already been executed by the time I got there. I did manage to save him, but...
You did? Oh, I'm so glad. Wait a minute. Did you say but?
I told Lynn about my adventure in the prison. About that other murder, though. I couldn't bring myself to tell her.
Inspector Cabanella arrested Detective Jowd? I can't believe it. Inspector Cabanella would never betray Detective Jowd.
Just so you know, Detective Jowd himself said it was the right thing to do. Anyway, I'd better take care of the Justice Minister here.
Right, and I have lots of questions for him, too.
Back we go, then, to 4 minutes before his death. Whee!
"4 minutes before death, the minister's office."
Did I do his voice or did you? I don't remember.
I think you did his voice.
I think it was something like this. Emma! Oh, excuse me. What? All right. I'll do as you say. This is terrible. Oh, woe is me. Why doesn't she answer? Ah! Ah! That's an expressive man right there.
This game is an expressive man right there.
Mm-hmm. Medicine. Water. So he just gave himself a heart attack. Such a foolish man. Oh, you woke up. He's a contradiction. Contradiction? The more we search for the truth, the further into a dilemma we fall. The world of man is steeped in contradictions. If we choose this, we can't have that. If a man tries to have his medicine bottle and water pitcher too, he loses both. I don't know. To me, it looks like you could have had both of those things just now. He didn't know the truth about the world. That's why he died. Such a foolish man. Or maybe I should say a pathetic man. That's a more fitting word. I don't think this guy gets it yet. That's the foolish and pathetic man. It's him, you know? Is that what they call a contradiction? By the way, what's your name? Just call me a seeker of truth. Sidestepped that one, didn't he?
Now you must stop nature itself.
Emma. Oh, excuse me.
Forgive me for calling so late, Mr. Minister.
Who is this? How did you get this number?
We have your daughter.
Who is this? Emily's tutor?
Would a tutor call you at this hour?
No.
I'll say it one more time. We have your daughter.
What? My daughter? Is she all right? Tell me she's all right.
Hear for yourself.
Papa, help! I'm gonna be killed!
What do you want? What are your demands?
I believe we already made our demand known the other day.
Oh, so it was you.
And have you complied? Has the execution been carried out?
I didn't do it because of your demand. I did it because that's my job.
Yes, of course.
They should be contacting me any minute now with a confirmation. There's no need for this kidnapping.
We're very thorough. You do well to remember that. And of course, it goes without saying, we're watching you. If this information leaves that room, you'll never see your daughter again. I trust you understand that.
Don't tell the police, is that it?
Exactly. All you have to do is your job.
All right, I'll do as you say. I'll make sure the execution's carried out tonight. You have my word. This is terrible. Kidnapping, huh? Once again, I'm not sure I know what the word means, but it's apparently the cause of the minister's attack. Such a useless man, huh? A useless man. Caught up in a useless case. Why doesn't he understand that? Anyway, we only have 4 minutes here. Better do something about the medicine. So this medicine stops the minister's attacks, huh? If I could, I'd spill them onto his desk right now. But unfortunately, I can't even open the cap. What a shabby excuse for a man. Huh? He wears his important-looking uniform and sits working at his stately desk. But what does he have inside? Nothing. A miserable, shabby excuse for a man. I think you've already said quite enough. I have to call my wife. I have to see if it's true. Maybe they called the wrong person. This minister doesn't accept the truth easily. He's morally bankrupt. Okay, now you're taking it too far. His wife won't answer for some reason. Wife who doesn't answer her phone. Think I know who that is. Morally bankrupt man deserves a morally bankrupt wife. Why doesn't that man understand that? No, I'm sorry I ever brought this guy along. They have to answer. Only he can at least drink some of his water. You bet he knocks his pitcher to the floor at the end of his 4 minutes. Such a stupid man. Once water's spilled, there's no getting it back. Knowing this full well, why do people still spill water pitchers? I don't know. Those who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it. I don't think I can reach it, can I?
Not like that. Uh-oh, here it comes. Worry and anxiety have reached their peak. Such a disgraceful man. If one lived his life in fits, he's bound to be plagued by fits. It's so simple. Why doesn't he understand? There wasn't a chance to rescue him before now. Not over yet, though. Can't give up now. Oh no. Probably needed to ride that up there. There. That should help. At least now he's had some water. Still breathing, but he looks like he's far from recovered, unfortunately. Such a wishy-washy man. He can't make up his mind whether to live or die. That's how he lives his life. Okay. At least now I bought some time to get his medicine to him. I think I was supposed to ride the pitcher. I think you're right.
I think it's still too late from there. Yeah. I have to sit around and wait for it.
You have to... I think I remember what you have to do here. But it's your puzzle. Oh, they're nice enough to not make you have to wait through the conversation with Beauty. Oh, that was neat. I saw the hourglass change on the side.
Oh, missed my chance.
I'm sure there's a whole pile of papers there. You can probably get another chance.
Okay, time for the next step. Now, about this medicine bottle. The minister's going to make a full recovery. I have to deliver this thing to him. How's a ghost with no hands or feet supposed to do that? Guess I'll just have to use my head instead. This thing's pretty heavy. Got a good swing to it. Sharp enough to cut the medicine bottle into, though. And it's not long enough, is it? Such a reckless man, huh? Only cowards like to keep weapons around. What a truly dangerous thing to have around. In any case, I bet I could somehow use this sword. This urn's pretty light. Once an urn's dropped, there's no getting it back. Guess I better think carefully about what I drop and when. That means I probably messed it up somehow.
I don't think so. I don't think you have yet. Wait.
What am I waiting for? He's a fallen man. Huh? He deserves to have everything come tumbling down on his head. I don't know about fallen man, but you talk about him like he's your fall guy. I guess the key here is what order the objects are dropped in.
I don't think you've screwed it up yet, but because if you look at the ground,
I'm just thinking about what's going to happen if I knock this down. It'll end up on top of that thing. But then will there be anything else I can do? You know what I mean?
right?
If I have it fall to the left, or no, I can't do that.
Why not?
That?
Yeah.
What would that do for me?
If it fell to the left, it would land on the sword.
This thing?
Yeah.
That was so close. Swing had just a little more reach to it. I think I better look for something else. Well, it's like if I roll this down, it'll lift that up. I can't knock the urn down.
Sure you can, just not right now.
Should I knock this down?
You're not going to figure anything out if you don't experiment.
Yeah. I don't know.
So, you're almost there, but you did one thing wrong. And you're going to have to restart, yeah. Because it is the order in which things fall is important. Welcome to the Incredible Machine.
Mm-hmm. Oops, I did the wrong thing again. I was trying to make it go the other way.
It is a little confusing. It spins one way for the globe and it spins the other way for the melon.
I wish I could just like rewind instead of having to like go back to the very beginning of the puzzle.
At least it's just at least it's a checkpoint. I salute you, soldier armored. So I'm curious, why did you decide to drop the left turn first?
Well, it didn't seem like it would be useful to launch the globe that way. I thought what was going to happen is I was going to drop the globe, and it would make the urn knock into that.
I see. It says, I feel like this puzzle was particularly frustrating when I played it.
Yeah, I'm not loving it. It's just a lot of experimenting. Also, these things don't obey the laws of physics, so I'm just like guessing, you know? Like, that would roll off.
It says I have no memory of how to solve it.
Well, this is it. My medicine! Ah! There, the minister finally took his medicine. I think maybe he took too much medicine. Such a greedy man. Huh? He's supposed to take 2 capsules with water. Why doesn't he know that? Cut the guy some slack. There, see?
I'm gonna stop him from ODing now.
Too much medicine challenge. Woo, that was a lot of work. Well, hopefully this taught him a lesson. Huh? He greatly underestimated his dependence on his medicine. I hope he learned something from this experience. First, know yourself. That is the key to everything. I think you need to listen to your own advice. Anyway, let's go back to the world of the present. I don't know what would happen if you OD on heart attack medicine, like what that would do. So the Justice Minister is now back to life. The furrows on his brow are even deeper now. Apparently, Our Lady Detective is the present cause of those furrows. Look, Detective. He was sentenced after a fair trial, and the man himself wants to be executed.
But there was no evidence. All they had was his own confession.
But it was no ordinary confession. It was the confession of an esteemed detective. Stay back. I told you I don't want anybody coming near me.
Relax your heart too much.
Mr. Minister, please listen to me. I might be able to gather new evidence in that case tonight.
What?
So please, just give me a little more time.
I just got a call from the prison. Your death row convict apparently just escaped. Unfortunately, after all this time, seems he now wants to dodge his punishment.
But
When he's apprehended, his sentence will be carried out. Can't let you do that,
no.
Starbucks.
But when the sentence was handed down, you were against enforcing the death penalty. So why did you sign the order all of a sudden?
Well, I was simply performing my duty as Justice Minister. That's all there is to it. Lynn looks like she's about to rip into the Justice Minister. I think she's forgotten all about me. I think I'll send her a little signal.
Sissel, there you are.
Suddenly, politics. Sounds like the minister's being very stubborn.
That's right, he is. Maybe we shouldn't have saved him after all.
The minister has to have the execution carried out tonight. And he has a very good reason for it.
A good reason?
I told Lynn about what I heard about the kidnapping.
Kidnapping? They kidnapped the Justice Minister's daughter?
Apparently.
Oh my goodness. But still, that's still no reason to hurry forward with the execution.
Why don't you go ahead and say that to the Justice Minister then?
Huh, the poor man. I hate to do that to him.
Oh, by the way. Do you think you could carry me?
Oh, right, sure. Not very handy, is it, having no legs?
What are you going to do with that globe? Crack me in the head with it?
Oh, this? Pay no attention to this.
Kind of hard not to pay attention to it. By the way, please pardon me if this is a silly question. Were you talking to somebody just now? Of course not, right? I mean, no such thing as ghosts or anything, right? You talking about me? Ah! No, there's no such thing. This is a dream. It's nothing but a dream. Don't you remember me? My dream is talking to me. I'm a dream now, huh?
Mr. Minister, we know about your daughter. She was kidnapped, wasn't she? And if the execution doesn't take place tonight, you won't see her again.
Ah! Your medicine, your medicine. Ah! What am I gonna do? The death row prisoner has escaped. If he isn't executed tonight, my daughter, my Amelie.
But what if that execution isn't the right thing to do?
Oh. Come on, Lynn. If you keep pressing him like that, he's gonna die again.
What can I do then?
We have to do something about that kidnapping. Until we do that, it'll be impossible to get the minister on our side. That's the way I see it. I think I'll start by gathering info on the kidnapping. The only way I know how.
Not gonna have words with the Justice Minister?
We meet again, Mr. Minister. What? I've never seen you before. In any case, I'm a very busy man. If you're a dream, please don't bother me when I'm awake. Not a dream.
Looks like it's just a waste of time trying to talk to this guy.
I think you're right, stubborn Justice Minister. Please stop speaking ill of me inside my own head.
And away we go. No, this is Sissel.
I really should pay the kidnapper's hideout a visit. After all, if we want the Justice Minister to come around, we have to solve this problem first. I feel like I'm slowly moving away from my own mystery, but I'm not the kind of guy who can abandon a little lady in trouble. So I guess I'm in this for a little while longer.
Please stop speaking ill of me inside my own head. It's rude. All right. 12:10 a.m. Big Apple.
The Justice Minister's daughter has been abducted. Kidnappers demands execution of the death row prisoner Zhao to be carried out tonight. Lynn says the execution's a mistake, and I believe her. So I'm paying the kidnapper's hideout a visit to see what I can find out about the abduction.
What took you so long?
Your instinct was right, Beardy, my dear. The restaurant's surrounded. It took me forever to shake them, and now my poor bike is ready for the scrap heap.
Just got the 100 coin star in Dire Docks. That portrait that takes you to the castle mode is extremely frustrating for that.
Some Mario, eh?
Next time, maybe you should make it a tricycle so you don't hurt yourself.
Hurts, Beauty, but that's okay. That's what I love about you.
Be a little more gentle with our valuable hostage, please.
Yes, yes. Always keep a smile on a lady's face, right, my dear? There, see that, Beauty? Now there's a smile blooming on your face too, my dear.
Yes, a wry smile.
Kill the moose.
I'm going out for a breath of fresh air. You're on guard duty.
All right, I'll dream of you until you return.
Kill the moose. Why don't you open
Yeah.
the trunk for our guest?
I will, Beauty. I was just taking a little breather. All right, little lady. Let me open that trunk for you. Beauty.
Looks like the Justice Minister's daughter really has been kidnapped. Something else is bothering me too. Don't think I've ever been in this room before. Something about it is giving me a strange sense of deja vu. I've seen something like this before. It's like the killing machine.
Yeah.
Taking something precious to manipulate others. So that's what kidnapping is. Dirty tricks those without powers of the dead come up with. However, if I take that precious thing back, their power vanishes, doesn't it? Now then, time to see how the Justice Minister's little girl's doing. Before this guy wakes up from his dream of beauty.
You're like a killing machine.
Oh.
Remember, it's not possible to get stuck in the present. They're nice like that. Wasn't Killing Machine your nickname in high school?
Tell you what. Nothing quite like eating a piece of hair. That's super fun.
Delicious rabbit.
Mm.
Eats a hair, the worst. Who puts a shade on a bookshelf? Japan, that too. Oh, I remember.
Shelves suspended by very thin cords. They look like they're about to break. But it'd be quite a spectacle if it fell. Something could break it. It kind of makes... If something can break, it kind of makes me want to break it. Darn. Can't reach my destination from here. It's the toy again.
Just my imagination.
Must have been the wind.
Just my imagination? That's all he has to say? What an amazingly simple fellow. This room, on the other hand, is starting to look amazingly festive. The question is, how can I use it to my advantage? Whoa!
Just my imagination.
Just my imagination. That's all, huh? If he was any more laid back, he'd fall right off the crate. Look at that streamer spinning round and round. How can I make use of that?
Amazingly simple is a very nice way to call someone stupid.
Yeah. Okay. I catch that thing on fire, and then I light the...
Cleared the jumping poltergeist challenge.
444 tricks.
444.
Wait.
This is downright hazardous. Amazingly simple is a very nice way to call someone stupid.
It is.
I like how in a reboot they would call people basic.
Mm-hmm.
It's a killing machine. What did you expect?
Just my imagination.
What in the... What's going on here? This little lady is, This little lady really a daughter of the Justice Minister?
Just my imagination.
Oh!
It's a great payoff.
Uh-huh.
It's great.
What's with the fun book and juice?
Like I said, always keep a smile on a lady's face. I wanted to treat our guest well.
How about treating me well? I'd like some bread and milk, please.
At your service, my dear. Be back in a flash.
Hey, mister.
Yes, cute little lady. More juice, perhaps. All you had to do was ask.
Have I been kidnapped?
Don't cry, little dear. There's nothing to be afraid of. The surroundings are miserable and filthy, I know. But we just ask for a little patience.
Don't say those awful things about this house.
Eh?
This house is where I used to live.
What? I apologize, little lady. I'm the one who's miserable and filthy. Forgive me. What's the meaning of this beauty? Why here, at this girl's old house?
Don't ask me. It was the other party in our deal who chose this location.
Oh, I see.
It's been empty for 5 years, and apparently nobody ever comes here. But never mind that. What about my bread and milk?
Oh, of course. Now, you'll be a good girl while I am gone.
You just read your book and drink your juice.
I want to go home.
Not quite yet.
This dilapidated place was Camilla's old house? What's going on here? What in the world? Why does the little lady have a core of the dead? When I helped her out at Lynn's apartment, she didn't have one. So that must mean she must have died sometime after that. And it also means somebody else must have saved her. There's 2 ghosts about. Maybe our lamp boy. I better ask her what happened. A book. I wonder what the little lady's reading tonight. An exciting adventure story, maybe? Although she's already getting quite a bit of excitement for one day.
Who's there? Oh, wait a minute. Is that you, Missile? Missile?
Missile and Sissel. I'm sorry, I'm not Missile. My name's Sissel.
Sissel? My name is Camilla.
Camilla. So it is her. I knew it.
What happened to me? What is this place?
I can hardly tell the poor little thing this is the land of the dead.
The land of the dead? Does that mean I'm dead?
I forgot there are no secrets in the ghost world. Okay, you can relax. You're not dead. But this isn't the first time you've been here, apparently.
Really? I don't remember. Wait a minute. Maybe I do remember. Sort of.
You do? Looks like she doesn't remember being saved very well. So there's some other dead person out there with special powers, eh? Anyway, I don't want to press her if she doesn't remember dying. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions about something else?
Sure. Go ahead, Sissy.
Sissy, huh?
Lynn asked me to do something for her tonight.
I know about that part. She asked you to go to the chicken kitchen on Dead End Drive, right?
Yeah, but I never got there. Now I wish I could say I'm sorry to her. I never should have gone through that park.
What park?
Temsic Park. It's a shortcut to Dead End Drive.
Is that where the kidnappers grabbed you?
Yeah, Lynn always said, I don't like that park. Scary things happen there.
Temsic Park, huh?
What am I gonna do? Lynn's going to be mad.
Say chicken kitchen 5 times fast. Chicken kitchen, chicken kitchen, chicken kitchen, chicken kitchen, chicken kitchen. I have to think about it. Chicken kitchen, kitchen, chicken kitchen.
Okay, Popeye.
Yeah.
Chicken kitchen, chicken kitchen, chicken kitchen, chicken kitchen.
She
chicken
is?
kitchen, chicken
How come?
kitchen. Because I left it there. The music box in the park.
That's right, the music box.
That music box was hidden in the apartment. I finally found it with a little bit of luck and courage. Guess where it was?
I don't know where. I'll pretend I don't know.
You know. You don't have to humor me.
Oops. So what happened to the music box?
I hid it in the bushes at the park just before it happened.
Just before. Oh, just before you were kidnapped, huh?
I didn't want the bad man to take it, so I hid it. I bet it's still there in the park.
You did well. So the music box is in the park. I better let Lynn know. This is your old house?
Yep, this is where we lived until 5 years ago, but now I live with Lynn and Missile.
Lynn is like a big sister to you, isn't she?
Yep, she's a detective, you know. She's a hero.
He is, huh? By the way, about your father. See the Justice Minister?
My father is gone.
Gone. Maybe he passed away.
No, that's not it. My dad. He's going to die, and it's all because of me.
Jowd. What? What do you mean because of me? Why would you say that?
It's called an execution. My dad is a detective.
No way. Don't tell me your dad is Detective Jowd.
That's right.
What in the world?
5 years ago, something really bad happened. Like a scary dream. But it wasn't a dream.
5 years ago, that murder case. Incident 5 years ago.
It was Mom's birthday that day.
A certain incident occurred.
My mom and dad were working, and I was home by myself. And then I had an idea. I was going to surprise my mom. I set up that contraption.
The death machine.
I'm home, Camilla. Why is it dark?
So that's why I made the happy birthday sound.
What was that noise?
So she Batmaned her own mom.
I still can't believe it happened. It wasn't supposed to work like that.
I know that contraption, and I know how it was supposed to work. Party poppers and a cake. Birthday message.
My dad told me not to tell anybody. Just leave it to me, he said. My dad wanted to be executed. He asked them for it. But I wanted to tell everybody it was my fault. My dad said what I saw was a bad dream. He told me to forget it.
This is all so unbelievably tragic. Can't believe it. This little lady's Detective Child's daughter? Just can't tell her. Can't tell her why she was kidnapped.
Why was I kidnapped? I want to know.
Whoops. Well, there are no secrets in the ghost world. Maybe we better stop talking. It's too dangerous.
Sissy, you're not going to talk to me anymore?
I think we better get you out of here first. We can talk more after that.
Okay, but...
Gonna rescue you now. You just hold on a little longer, okay?
Okay, but we'll talk later, right? Don't forget, you promised, Sissy.
What took you so long?
I traveled the entire town in search of the finest bread and milk for you, my dear. But it's late and all of the shops are closed.
We're leaving this place right now.
What? But he's not here yet. If we couldn't meet at the restaurant, weren't we supposed to meet here?
Yes, and he's the one who chose this location.
Don't like this one bit. We have to run around doing all this extra work, all for the sake of his deal.
Be quiet. It can't be helped. This place is too dangerous. I told you, my sixth sense is very strong.
All right, as you wish, Beauty.
I feel it. I sense something here in this room. Is somebody there? Can you hear me?
I like that she looks at us. She talking to me?
I can sense your presence, you know. The next time I sense you, this child will die. Remember that. All right, we're leaving.
Pardon me, little lady.
All of a sudden, I'm left behind alone. Alone in the room that stole this little lady's smile away 5 years ago. Little lady's gone now, leaving me with only a few new facts. A few very heavy, very sad facts. Does Lynn know about all this? One other thing that stands out in my mind, I can sense your presence. Some of that kidnapper's final words. Do those two know? Do the kidnappers know about the powers of the dead?
All right.
We've been going for about an hour. We'll probably keep going for a
Yeah,
little bit longer.
I'm down with that.
Probably at least one more. Uno más. Looks like the kidnappers made a big mistake. The girl in the trunk was Detective Jowd's daughter, Camilla, but not the minister's daughter. I keep wanting to say Camilla because of the election. It's Kamala Harris. She's in the briefcase. When I got back to the Justice Minister's office, things were getting even more out of hand. The devastated man was being grilled by the fiery detective lady. Told Lynn what I had found out about the kidnapping, that it wasn't the Justice Minister's daughter who'd been abducted. that the kidnappers had been holed up in Camilla's old house, Camilla's old house, and that they had sensed my presence and were already gone.
But Camilla? Why do they have Camilla? Her father isn't the stupid old justice minister.
I think the stupid old part is a little uncalled for. Looks like the kidnappers made a mistake somehow.
The poor girl, kidnapped for the ransom of her own father's execution. It's just too much.
It's a cruel twist of fate, I agree. Then there are those other twists, too. Like the kidnappers winding up and using Camilla's old house as the hideout.
There's no way it could just be coincidence.
Them sensing my presence. They seem to know about the powers of the dead.
I just don't understand any of it.
I told you before, Detective. I want you to stand back.
Who cares about distance at a time like this? Look, Mr. Minister, it wasn't your daughter that was kidnapped.
Don't try to pretend you didn't hear what we were saying.
Ah! How can I believe in you? I'm a realist.
Please! If you don't believe what we say, just see for yourself. Just call home and...
I tried calling 100 times. My wife won't answer.
She won't.
It's complicated. Why does life have to be such a complicated thing?
But if she doesn't answer, doesn't that mean everything's normal?
It doesn't prove it. I'm being watched. I can't have the police go check for me. Besides, if the execution isn't carried out tonight, the hostage will be killed. What difference does it make that it's not my daughter?
Ooh-wee. That's quite a pickle, Mr. Minister. Quite a pickle. Oh. Miss me, baby?
Inspector Cabanella!
I have a little report for you, Mr. Minister. The escaped prisoner has been apprehended. Thought you might like to see him, so here he is.
Detective Chowd! Detective Chowd, I'm so sorry. I tried. I know that you're innocent. I just can't prove it. I'm so sorry.
Lynn.
Oh, yeah, it's you. Yeah.
Please, don't apologize to me.
The beautiful love between a teacher and student brings a tear to my eye.
You knew, didn't you, Inspector Cabanella, that the execution was tonight?
I don't believe I had any obligation to tell you.
And you're fine with this? I mean, you know as well as I do. Detective Jowd could never have done such a thing.
Oh, come on now, baby. I know no such thing.
Huh?
I know two things to be true, and two things only. One, he was given the death penalty, and two, he tried to escape. What else could I do but haul him in, baby?
If that's the case, why did you bring him here?
Whatever do you mean, young lady?
He escaped from prison, right? So why didn't you just take him back to prison? I think you brought him here to brag about your accomplishment. Isn't that right, Spectre? For your own selfish reasons? So were all those rumors about you true? That the only thing you care about is a spotless record? Is that more important to you than saving a friend?
Everybody has certain principles they can't go back on, including me. You'll understand that someday, baby.
That's enough, Lynn.
But Detective Jowd!
I'm a death row inmate who escaped from prison. This is how it should be.
What?
My poor Amelie. Is she all right?
Actually, the girl who was kidnapped is named Camilla.
Why is a dream talking to me in my head again?
Wait a minute, Amelie? Could that be the Amelie next door?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow, I didn't know the Justice Minister lived next door.
Not me. My wife. It's complicated.
Yeah.
I bet it would be pretty hard to admit she left him.
The minister's wife ran away on him? Maybe they grew apart, what with him being so busy?
Yeah, bet you're right.
Please stop gossiping about me inside my own head.
You have to loop around his head.
According to what I heard, Amelie was supposed to go to some sort of lesson tonight.
Those horrible kidnappers, they were lying in wait for her.
But Amelie didn't go out after all. She couldn't. She had a fever.
Huh. And so the kidnappers grabbed Count Camilla by mistake instead?
Apparently, Amelie and Camilla are about the same age. Kidnappers must have gotten two of them mixed up.
It's my fault. If I hadn't asked Camilla to do that errand for me, this never would have happened.
All right, you asked her to bring the music box.
Camilla...
So, Mr. Ghost, we meet again. I hear something happened. Something about a kidnapping?
Some kidnappers are saying they abducted the Justice Minister's daughter.
That's terrible. What's their demand?
The carrying out of your execution tonight.
I had no idea I was so hated. But the minister doesn't have to worry. I die and it's all over. Very simple.
It's not that simple!
Why not?
Because it isn't really the minister's daughter who got kidnapped. It's Camilla!
What?
Go ahead.
Camilla?
I checked it out for myself, I'm positive.
No! It can't be!
And by the way, Camilla told me something interesting. She said the one who killed her mother 5 years ago was Camilla herself.
What? What are you talking about?
Don't listen to him! I'm the one who shot her! I'm the one who shot Alma! And when I'm executed tonight, that'll be the end of it. Camilla won't have to suffer anymore after tonight.
For a capable detective, you say some incredibly misguided things.
Ugh.
You dying isn't going to end that girl's suffering. It'll just bring her new suffering. The only person's pain that's execution's gonna ease is yours.
Is it true? What Camilla said?
Why don't you tell us what you know?
To be honest, I still don't understand what happened that day. It was my wife's, Alma's birthday. We came home from work and she went in first.
Mom!
What was that noise? I looked for the shooter, but there was nobody to be found. There was nobody there besides Alma and Camilla. Just the two of them.
So the little lady's mother died right in front of her.
Oh my, that's so horrible!
Camilla told me about it. She was crying. She said the contraption she made did something it wasn't supposed to. Made an impossible move.
An impossible move?
It's been 5 years since then, and I stopped thinking about it. I shot Alma. There was no other explanation. That's what I'd convinced everyone of, even me. But tonight, you showed up and gave me an explanation I never would have thought of before.
Powers of the dead, right?
That day in that room, powers I didn't understand were at work. And if that's the case, it clears up all the mysteries.
Maybe not all. There are a couple of other people who know about those powers.
Somebody there, can you hear me? I can sense your presence, you know.
Kidnappers who abducted Camilla knew about these powers.
This is no ordinary kidnapping. Looks like my wife's case isn't coming to an end after all. I'm the only one who thought it was.
Detective Jowd.
There's still time before dawn. A little anyway. How about you see this case through to the end before you die?
Camilla was a quiet little girl, but she was good with her hands. She was a little genius at making elaborate toys and contraptions. But there were two very strange points about that contraption.
The first was, of course, the firing of that gun.
Right, that was an antique gun I'd had on display for years.
Wasn't part of the little lady's original design.
Of course it wasn't. It was supposed to be a surprise for a mother's birthday.
And the other strange point was the movement of that Cupid.
Cupid?
It was supposed to shoot its arrow without turning around. Somebody made a change in the contraption's design and then manipulated it.
I don't know what to say.
I didn't have time to think things through then. All I knew was I had to protect Camilla. I made a small adjustment to the scene and turned myself in.
What kind of adjustment?
The gun, of course.
Gun, eh? Come to think of it. There was no gun there. Just a picture hanging on the wall.
Of course not, because I secretly switched the gun out of that frame with the picture. I didn't believe what she told me about her contraption, but one thing was for certain. That gun was still smoking.
So that gun really did shoot Alma.
I hid the gun before I went to the police.
You hid it?
I put it in a wooden box and gave it to a certain detective.
What? You mean?
And that detective still thinks it's a music box.
So that's what was in the box, huh?
I got a different murder weapon, ready to give the police, my own pistol. And I did a few other things to make it look good. I won't go into the details. When I was all done, I turned myself in.
Detective Jowd, is what you told us just now true?
Yes, of course.
In that case, there's still time.
Still time?
Time to solve that case that started 5 years ago. You didn't do it, Detective Jowd, and of course little Camilla didn't do it either. So the true perpetrator is still out there, and I'm going to prove it. For Camilla's sake.
That sounds wonderful.
Thank you, Detective Jowd.
Lynn, where's that music box now?
In Tensick Park, Camilla left it there.
That gun is important evidence. You'd better go pick it up.
Yes, sir. I'll go right now. Thistle, take care of Detective Jowd. And do something about the kidnapping so we can get the minister on our side.
Yet again, I say easy enough for you to say. What's going on? Deal me the real deal, Mr. Death Row inmate.
A little change in plans. My daughter has been kidnapped. I can't just go off to die without doing something.
But you're in our custody, don't forget. Back at the prison, everybody's waiting for you, with a special seat just for you, baby.
Then I guess we'd better prove my innocence on the double.
On the double, is it? You sound so determined, my old friend.
I want to save Camilla, in more ways than one. And that's all there is to it.
I see, my old friend, in more ways than one. What say you, Mr. Minister? May we have your decision? Should the execution be carried out tonight, as planned? Or should we hold off, wait for the important evidence to come in? The order still stands. Bring the prisoner back immediately and resume its enforcement. As you wish, Your Excellency. Please don't bow down to me, and especially not that low. In that case, can I have one of your boys arrange a prison van to pick him up? Would you be so kind?
Yes, sir!
Van should be taking about 10 minutes, I'm guessing. Your escape tonight was brilliant. Will you show me another miracle in these last few minutes of yours, Mr. Death Row inmate? I'm glad to see Detective Jowd all fired up now, but I feel like I'm under the gun here. Even if Lynn does come through with the proof of Jowd's innocence, it'll be meaningless if Jowd or Camilla dies. I've got to do something about the kidnapping somehow. Maybe I should ask for some advice from the capable detective here.
Most likely, the minister won't stop the execution. Not as long as there's any small chance his daughter is the one who was kidnapped.
But she isn't the one, I'm sure of it.
Well, it would be great if we could prove that to the minister.
Prove it how? I doubt his wife's ever going to answer that phone if we call her from there.
If we call from here, right. But a telephone works in both directions.
What are you saying?
What I'm saying is only family members can solve a family problem. Hey, Mr. Ghost.
Yes?
I have to admit, I don't like depending on others. But you're the only one who can change this situation.
Gee, detective.
For the past 5 years, Camilla is the only thing that's kept me going. I can't go meekly to the chair now. I hate to ask this, but would you mind saving me?
I'll try. Key to getting the Justice Minister to stop the execution is his wife and daughter. But is there a way? Excuse me, Mr. Minister?
I can't hear you. La 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 la.
I'm sure you heard everything we've been saying. You telling me you don't believe any of it?
Let me speak plainly. I don't trust you, but there's somebody else whom I trust even less.
Oh, yeah? Who's that?
Me? I can't explain your existence. It's not normal, but I'm pretty abnormal myself. So maybe you are a figment of my imagination, a delusion. Would you listen to a delusion?
To be honest, I have no idea what you're talking about. I got the bit about you not trusting me, though, so...
Good.
It's up. I like the,
Lynn's apartment.
No.
Or Lady's red apartment.
there you go. I like the dial, the rotary dial on the right. Very aesthetic.
Just as I thought. Little girl's safe in her bed. Murder, execution, jailbreak, betrayal, and now kidnapping. The last link in a long line of a sad fate lit a fire in Jown's heart, and the chance to turn it all around is right here in this room. I'm getting a strange premonition. Everything that happened so far tonight is related back to me in some way. I bet this mistake-ridden abduction does too. This is a good time to take a break because I'm getting sleepy. I'm going to go to the bathroom
All right.
and reconvene.
Oh my.
What? How did I get killed?
Oh man, I got dead again.
I was asleep in bed.
Your wife betrayed you.
Apparently.
Threw you in the ocean.
It looks like I'm floating around the water. Yeah, I had a Pow World in the background so that Becca can play Pow World on basically using my computer as the server. Apparently, I got killed somehow. I don't know how, but yeah. Anyway,
It's amusing at the very least.
we'll take a 5 to 10 minute break and come back, and we'll go from there. I have to take a break because I was up so late last night, and my body is fighting me. So
Fight, 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 fight.
All right.
Oh, jeez. That went well. I'm gonna go see if I can get some water. As well. Ooh.
All right, friends. We're going to have to cut the stream a bit short today because Mr. Michael over there is getting a little too white to keep going. So we're going to have to cut it here. But thanks for coming, and I hope to see you guys next week, and hope you had a good time. But yeah, we are defeated.